Hello, everybody, and welcome to Stadia Party Chat Podcast, Episode 9. Thanks for tuning in with us here at Stadia Party Chat Podcast. We're two Canadian game enthusiasts, both founding members at Stadia who love the platform and enjoy sharing the news, discussing rumors, and having fun at the same time. Today is episode 9, and we are talking about what we've been playing this week, which is Destiny 2 as usual. We'll get into the TWAB. We'll talk about some Ubisoft news, what games they've been dropping, as well as a new game coming, X Defiant, which looks uber cool. We talk tech news like Bridge Mode and Stadia Extension. And as always, we'll talk on the news stories and rumors surrounding the games and the platform of the cloud gaming Stadia. So if you guys want to hear more, please make sure to subscribe, like, and follow us on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast. So with me, as always, my co-host, Sebastian. How are you doing today?
Good yourself, Ricardo. Like what you been up to?
Oh, I'm doing well, doing well. Thanks for asking. Just been fixing some microphone issues, so hopefully this audio is going to come out of both right and left ears, which was an issue I was having. But other than that, just gaming away, trying to get my power level up. At the same time, I've been jumping into Moonlighter, one of our favorite games from this month,
Yeah.
and I actually got to the last and final dungeon, but no spoilers coming out of here because I know you haven't gotten there yet. Just know that you should be fully prepared and expect the unexpected. So, some fun stuff coming out of Moonlighter. Hopefully, I'll be able to finish the game, or this may be a game I put down right at the final ending there, as per usual, like I do with some games. But yeah, back to grinding on Destiny for some power level. Um, or no,
Yeah.
sorry. Tell me about your Moonlighter. Have you jumped onto Moonlighter this week?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I play a little bit of Moonlighter, just grind. I'm at the fourth dungeon. I'm trying to maximize all the armor, all the weapons. I'm just collecting everything, making a lot of money. I'm selling like there's a bow I got as a drop. I think I sell it for something like a ridiculous price, like 200,000 or something. So yeah, no, a lot of fun playing Moonlighter. I really like it. Very like the style and everything. So I'm probably gonna finish it eventually, or jump onto that like later today or something.
Yeah, for me it was a good mix up from all the power level and bounty hunting that's been going on in Destiny. So I was happy to change it up and have some 8-bit fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, jumping into Destiny 2, it's been grinding to get to 1350 to be able to do a Vault of Glass without really taking too much damage. Or being able to do max amount of damage on these ads. So, I mean, it's just been going down the bounty list on all three characters and trying to get that level up. What about yourself?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Did some grinding, just like did like strikes, gambit, and crucible just to get those bright dusts, and I can buy the armor for the solstice. I'm just missing like I think a couple hundred of bright dust, so I can buy it from my. Honestly, my Hunter is my last one to buy it from. So yeah, just grinding for bright dust and at the same time doing bounties to level up. I think I'm at plus 24, plus 25 now. So
So
yeah.
here's what I don't understand is that can't you just transmog the magnificent set of armor? Like why grind for the bright dust to buy that
Uh,
set?
You got the like the different color of glow. So like if you transmog the one you get for the magnificent, it's only a white glow. So I don't know. It's just me for
Oh,
my collection.
okay.
Yeah. I just like to grind for it and then eventually I'll use some piece of armor. I don't know.
Okay, because I was thinking, why? But it's for different color
Yeah,
glows.
so like if you like wear stasis, then like it would glow like kind of a purplish, I think. and then like arc is blue, and then like solar is red, and you have what's left
Void.
void, which is like another type of purple. I think the void and the stasis are very close in color, but I'm colorblind, so
Yeah. So the void would probably be that deep purple, as stasis would probably be a deep blue. Yeah.
there you go.
But for
Uh,
me, I'll probably just try transmog the magnificent set. So
all good.
keep my
Um,
bright dust.
the other thing, like something else I need to grind on, like oh my god, the EAZ, like killing bosses on Prime Day. Yeah. So it's only Prime Day, I think once or twice a week or something like that, right?
Yeah, so Prism Day, I believe, occurs after the other three subclasses are done. So you're getting it once to twice a week,
Hmm.
depending on how your days work. Maybe, hopefully, they'll just do a bunch of Prism Days at the end.
Yeah. Okay.
But like to kill 100 bosses, it'll take a lot of grinding of the EAZ. I can't believe I'm only haven't even hit 50 yet.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure either how much I got. I was like, okay, that's gonna get boring very quickly just to finish that triumph. So, oh well. Well, I'll probably gonna grind with one of my character at the end when like I'm done with everything else.
Yeah. Well, you got like a week or so left to do that. So
Yeah.
make sure you get those prison bosses out of the way. Uh Another item this week was the Warden of Nothing. So that was the Grandmaster of the week. You can catch the gameplay and walkthrough on our channel. We posted a video this week. Everyone was looking for that Uzume with the explosive snapshot combo. I myself did get an explosive payload, but I believe it was partnered with Clown Cartridge. So whether or not I go back in there for an Uzume, not too sure. But it is a great sniper. People were really liking that. I believe it's similar to the Tartagaze. Very similar archetype. Very high
Similar
impact.
architect. Okay. Ah, the
Except this
one.
one is solar, and that the one from the forge was arc sniper.
Yeah. I was thinking because there was like another sniper I think they had was like solar, but I might be confused with something else. The one I got was Eye Impact Reserve with Bottomless Grief or Lead for Gold.
Mm,
Not the best thing, but like, sure, Eye Impact Reserve is very good for PvP, really, because you already start with 2 rounds in your gun. Bottomless Grief, I don't really care much, I think, for that. I don't know. For sniper, it's like, eh.
yeah, I mean for PvE, it'll increase your mag size, but
Mhm.
for PvP, it won't really do much of a difference.
No, that's just it. So, uh, but yeah, I'm hoping to probably grind some more for that. So and see what happens. Maybe we
Cool.
can get one of those explosive payload. That would be a nice one.
So coming up also this week, we have the Master Mode Challenge. That was for the Time Lost Vision of Conflux. So a great addition. The curated role actually was a Zen moment role. So I mean, not my favorite perk to have on a gun, but
Mm.
still pretty decent. I myself got a full auto with a firefly, so I think that's pretty cool. Very similar to the trustee,
Hmm.
um, but actually more powerful. So a good weapon to grind for. It's the wait for it challenge where you have to destroy the Waverin as they sacrifice. So you can have some challenges there, coordinating positions. Make sure to check out the video we have posted on our YouTube page. Sort of walk through our fire team's attempt and completion of that challenge.
Hmm.
So cool video. Come hang out with us. Check it out. What do you have to say about the Master Mode challenge? Any tips and tricks for the audience here?
Uh, Don't die. No,
Yeah,
I found like there's like some specific location where you need to stand. I know I play mostly on the right side, the conflux there, and then I was standing behind the pillar by the stairs when the wavelength was coming up. So like this, you kind of attract him towards the conflux, but you able to stay out of the way. If you stand on the stairs, what we notice is that the wavelength was going towards the person at the stairs, and then eventually keep going down, going towards the center, and then destroy everybody in the center. So it was more annoying, and because you cannot kill him until like he get like wipe on the conflux, it just make it harder for everyone. So yeah, I was using the warlock with what's the new exotic there? The leg exotic. So I was creating orbs to heal like my partner. So that was good because like yeah, you need a lot of healing. I was just standing in it and like it was healing and my rift was still going longer. I found that was very useful and I think everybody else is using the eyes of another world. So that is good to use because you get your grenade very fast. You get your rift, like all your ability quite fast. So and then like the breach and clear, not the breach and clear, sorry, the chain reaction on the salvo, like that thing is amazing, right? So I found that was like perfect. When you told me, no, you need to use that, don't use Wither Horde, I was like, okay, I'll try it, and I was like, oh my god, okay, yeah. The Wither Horde is too slow, where this is instant. You killed all the odds, so.
and on top of it, you could have demolitionist on, so you're
Mhm.
you're getting your turret back even faster.
Yeah, exactly. Stasis turret, like you always throw it. I think at some point we had three in my area, like because I just produced so many turret and just keep throwing them as soon as they pop up. So it was pretty good. Hmm.
Yeah, so pretty doable challenge this week. Hop in, get it done before the week is up, and grab your triumph and the time lost
Yeah.
conflux. What do we got rolling on the TWAB this week?
So the TWAB, not much happening this week. I think they're holding on to all the news. It's gonna come in August. So there is a leak also, like before I jump on the TWAB, there's a leak, you can look it up online. Someone like released a thumbnail. It looks like it's the Witch Queen, and like there's something quite interesting beside it. It's a thumbnail similar to what they did, like the drawing for like before each season. And people think it might be reliable, but like who knows, right? Until they release it on the 24th, we will know exactly what it is. So if you're interested to look at it, it's there's not much detail in it. There's just one thing that's like piquing the interest of a lot of the community. And I'm gonna mention it because I don't want to spoil it, but look it up, the Witch Queen thumbnail. Pretty interesting one. So jumping onto this week at Bungie. Um, so the Solstice of Heroes continuing until the 3rd of August. Just keep grinding if you need to get your Solstice armor or like your the shotgun. If you're like me, I opened a bunch of package and I got like about 8 of those shotgun. I just need to go through and identify which one I like and which one I don't. And then yeah, uh, keep grinding for them. The big news coming from the TWAB, or even a little bit before the TWAB, is like the fact that you're gonna remove the synth strand. So like for your transmog, you're not gonna need to accumulate those that new currency they added to this season, right? It's gonna be basically just you're gonna buy with your glimmer, so it's gonna be 10,000 glimmer to buy one of the bounties, so you can get your transmog like happening. So quite interesting. I think I like that way better. So like this, you can just get all your bounties, and then like when you finish one, then you rebuy it. I think it's gonna be better because I found I struggle to like get a bounty going every time because you need to kill a lot of ads just to get those synth strands. So that is good. They're changing that. So it's gonna be easier to get your 10 synth weave token per class per season. So each season. So if like you they should have some sort of count like on that, like to know how many you have done it, because I don't know where I'm at with all my character. But yeah, you can get a maximum of 10, so that's a lot of like strand to collect just to get the bounty. But yeah, really like that. So it's gonna be making things a little bit easier. The next thing, moving on into the TWAB. So they changed the store, their Bungie store online. So if you go before the July 31st and renew your password, you're gonna get like an emblem for free. They're gonna be emailing it by the August 6th, and it's just like the emblem is basically that shield with the fist and the lightning. So it's like the Bungie store like emblem. So pretty interesting one. Like, but go get it for free. It's a free emblem. Why not? There's also a link to like do the migration to the new Bungie store. So yeah, go get your emblem. Next thing is that next week, so Nightfall is gonna keep going. It's gonna do rotation. They're talking about season 15 Nightfall again. Like if you haven't returned your token from Vanguard, just do it before the new season come in, because they're gonna get rid of that and go with a reputation system. The big thing for the Nightfall, it's the rotation of weapons. So what they're gonna do is that you're gonna get one a new weapon coming out, and they identify two of the new weapon, the comedian and the Ed. I saw something like they're like gun from Destiny 1 coming back, so it's good. One of them is a shotgun, the other one I think it's a pulse rifle. If I'm not wrong, I'm gonna have to look it up. And then so basically you're gonna do run, you can get a new weapon and the old weapon. So like the Shadow Price or Hungary, so it's gonna come back. So it's gonna make it like a little bit easier to farm for your weapons. So it's a good thing. Oh, it's a shotgun and rocket launcher. Sorry. Um, moving on, they talk about their tooling. So one of the tool engineer at Bungie, there's an article about it. You can have a look. And that's pretty much it. Like the rest is like some update on their reward and store, because they changed their store, make it a bit easier to access, I guess. Maybe like more the website might be more friendly to use. Some updates, some non-issue, and then there's like a couple of video, one um, of like the song in DSC, basically that nice song when you're in space. Someone recreated it online, made a video of it. Another funny one, it's the this guy's done the crashing through many scene and has the song of Daft Punk playing around the world. So pretty funny video. And then some artists that made like some nice drawing. They posted in there. It looks pretty nice. I think you can find them also on Twitter. So that's pretty much it for the TWAB. So they keep it like very quiet for the Witch Queen. So hopefully we're gonna see or hear more of like the leak. I think it's a strategy that a lot of company use now, leaking like some of the news to like the public and make it look like it's like someone find it from the ground. It's just to get people hyped for it, pretty much. So that's my feeling. You see it with like the new Pixel 6 coming up. They're leaking picture of it, like the specs, and then you get all the reviewers saying like it's gonna be the best phone and stuff like that. So you get like people hype like me right now wants to buy a Pixel 6, but in this case, it's gonna be like the new season 2 and the new DLC. So I can't wait for it.
Yeah, man, that is some cool things. So the around the world video, I really appreciate it. It's pretty cool to watch through. He's just going through like the bosses. He's going through Kira. He's going through the GOS boss around the. I don't know. It's a fun little jam video. It's cool when
Yeah,
they put things like
that's
that together.
that is funny. Yeah.
Yeah, so check out the TWAB for some weekly fun and along with I guess a small drip of new information. Now, something that I'll need to get back to everybody on, but there's a video and YouTube stuff floating around that season 15 weapons are being leaked, possibly. I'd be curious to see because I heard there was going to be some stasis weapons. So I was hoping to hear from that in the TWAB, but maybe another TWAB will talk about stasis weapons.
Yeah, I heard the same thing. So season 15, they're gonna introduce the stasis weapon. I think they mentioned it on the older TWAB. So hopefully we're gonna hear more about it soon. Maybe in the next TWAB they're gonna mention about it. Like they're slowly releasing some of the new stuff they're gonna do for season 15. So yeah.
I mean, those weapons are going to be broken day one. Like every other weapon they bring in, they're just going to ruin Crucible.
Mhm.
They're just going to probably slow people down, and then the slowing's going to get nerfed.
I think like I'm surprised that the sidearm, the exotic sidearm that came out wasn't that like too buff maybe. Thought they were going to nerf it because it's gonna be like a hardcore weapon, but I think like they level up a little bit like stasis enough so it doesn't affect it as much. I don't see it like being used as much as other weapon within like the Crucible or like trials. So
Yeah, I never really
interesting.
see it being used.
Hmm.
But cool. Well, Destiny, as always, entertaining and bringing it to us. But this week we are jumping into the news. So, coming out of Stadia community blog, Christ Tales is here. Take the reins of Destiny in this brilliant new take on the classic JRPG formula. Beautiful hand drawn art style. People fans of the golden age role playing will love this. It looks beautiful, absolutely. And a JRPG for JRPG fans. So check that out. Good to see. Um, did number two we have a stealth drop. So this was untalked about. This was not talked about. Just brought into this blog, and they were like, "Here it is." This game from Bandai. So good to see that Bandai is jumping onto Stadia, producing games. This is an anime infused action adventure. To me, with the videos, it looks like they're different chapters and it's an open world game. And you're like this one punch looking guy who just goes around taking out people. And you got some dynamic gum action. Take control of Monkey D. Luffy and explore a vast areas. So lots of hidden secrets. You can explore the original story. This game looks like a very massive game that they're dropping onto it. I could see it being 80 plus hours of gameplay. But pretty cool. And it seems to have a big lore behind it in the anime world, which I am not super familiar with. But fans of this series and this style will definitely enjoy this. I know it's got a lot of great ratings and is well revered in the gaming world. Do you have any experience with this One Piece World Seeker?
I do not, but I recognize the art style, and I think like I've seen like some comic anime like on TV that's might be from that world or character. The
Yeah.
character with the hat, I kind of recognize it from like maybe seeing like something on TV or like on YouTube about this show or something like that. So yeah, I think that's gonna be good and a different style, a little bit of like uh yeah, like I think it's a more combat style type of game. Similar, make me think of Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, so
Yeah.
quite interesting.
Yeah, cool. And next Stadia has jumped into the Avengers. Now this third story is kind of weak compared to, here's a stealth drop of open world action adventure game with a large lore behind it. But what they're talking about here is basically skins. These are all different skins that you can buy that are on sale. and each skin comes with 3 cosmic items. I assume those are like pieces of armor you can put on. Each character has 4 different armor slots. Um, or it may be like the 2 crystals you use. But yeah, I mean, if you are down to buy stuff for Marvel's Adventures, now is the time. What they didn't talk about here, which they should have talked about, which came out like, I don't know, 3-4 days later, was that
Mhm.
Stadia is having the free to play weekend starting July 29th, which I believe is, it must be Thursday. And so that'll extend for that weekend. And I believe that's what they want to lead people up into the raid, or their first attempts at a raid. And what I can see is it's a multiplayer mega hive. So this is basically, I would like to describe it as 8 levels. You have a certain amount of revives, and you have to make it, well, at least through single player on with each of your 4 characters. So if you lose one character, he's gone out of the hive, and you still got to go down 8 floors. Each floor has like a different boss to it. The mechanics to get secret chests, but mostly just destroy all the ads. So it'll be interesting to see this in a multiplayer world and setting. Will they have the player base to fill up? I'm not too sure, but we'll see about that. And if they're having some sort of different raid, I'm happy to see that. I don't see that here on the announcements or this sort of timeline page, but look forward to War for Wakanda. I'll definitely jump in and beat that story mode. I did for Hawkeye and Kate Bishop. So it's again it's a good single player to jump back and forth into. I think they got a lot more to do to bring it onto the live service sort of category that brings people back every single day.
Mhm. Well, quite interesting. They just like selling those back for money. So yeah, it's cosmetic. So if, yeah, like if you like to buy that, but happy to see they're doing a free weekend because then I can try it and see how it looks like. Yeah, and probably to get like more people to play it. I'm guessing it's gonna be free to play on multiple platform, but I don't know how they're gonna do that. Stadia is easy; you don't need to download it. So yeah, sweet.
Yeah, cool. Now here's another free to play title coming out of Stadia Source. This is going to be a hugely anticipated game.
Hmm.
I cannot wait for a release date on this. X Defiant. So X Defiant is mixing fast-paced first-person shooter, and it's mixing it with this cyberpunk sort of feel to it. So the cosmetics, the spray paint, the looks, like everything has this cool punk rock version to it, and you're fighting in a huge multiplayer sort of fashion. Like this is looking like a really cool game coming out. The power ups that you're able to get, it looks like you can go invis, start sniping people. You can throw up temporary barriers. You're using barriers with heavy machine guns like the Heir Apparent to save your fire team. You're throwing down healing rifts. It looks like a fusion of all the coolest stuff from all the coolest games into this fast-paced multiplayer. I can't wait to be on the first day sort of front lines of this and really get in from the beginning and hopefully have a very strong hold on the game as it progresses and grows.
Hmm. Yeah, it definitely looked like a very good game. I like the PvP style of like a competition plus like a mix of like I feel like Destiny because like it's as like all the people have some like super or ultras they were calling it, and then they have their abilities, their special perk, and you can like personalize it as much as you want. So that's pretty good. Yeah, that's gonna be quite interesting.
And free to play. Like they're just coming out
Yeah,
and they're being like, boom, we are gonna get people. Like
yeah. I
that's
like the
good
fact
to
they're
see.
doing a free to play. So it's make me think of like, look at Apex Legend, you look at like Call of Duty Warzone. They're all doing that now. They're just coming out with a free to play. You're probably gonna have to like not need to, but like I'm pretty sure they're gonna make their money with like microcurrency inside. So hopefully no loot box, but more like you can buy a cosmetic like skin or something like that. Because I think Ubisoft is very strong into that. You
And there'll
can
be
buy
a
a lot of
season's
stuff.
pass too, I
Yeah,
think.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, that's perfect. Can't wait for playing it.
Yeah. I mean, I look forward to hearing more on release dates. I'm kind of not understanding why they wouldn't let beta testing happen on Stadia. It seems like the perfect platform to do that. But we have beta platform testing on every other space but Stadia. So yeah, we'll keep everyone updated, but check out the trailers, check out some minor gameplay footage, and get hype. We'll hear more from X Defiant, I'm sure, in the uh, upcoming days.
Sure.
So next we have a interview with Natash Studio. Thank you, Stadia Source, for doing this interview and bringing us the information. You can check out stadiasource.com for all of the up-to-date news on Stadia. And they go out, talk to the developers. They get the news that people really want to hear. So go there, check it out. They also got great reviews on games. So if you want to see how Christ Tales holds up against the reviewers at Stadia Source, they're great at showing people, what they liked about the game, what they didn't like about the game. Yeah, great to see. So check them out. So we have Natash Studio, and they are developing what's interesting, a vehicle-based MOBA coming to Stadia, and it's going to be called Rust Racers or Rust Tracers. Who knows? Who knows? I think it's Rust Racers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks to be a pretty cool game, or sounds to be. No such footage yet, but just interviews with the excited studio ready to drop a game. So check out Stadia Source for that interview, and look forward to Rust Racers from this small indie studio, Natash Studios.
Yeah, it make me think a lot of like older game. I don't remember the name that was on the on PlayStation. I think it was Twisted Wheel or something like that.
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal. So it make me think of that just with the picture, the name of the game. So just like you got to build your car, I guess, or somehow, and then just have like parts to destroy the car. Almost like a demolition derby going on there. So yeah, that is gonna look good.
Cool, cool. Yeah, and then we have another story coming out of Stadia stores. Unfortunately, not the best news coming out here, but we have Road 96, a game previously announced for Stadia. And here we have a quote from the indie studio themselves. So here they have we did some tests on Stadia last year, and the technology is wonderful. The game ran smoothly on it. If we had the resources and the time, we would be happy to release a version of Road 96 in the future. As a 15-person studio, it's really hard to make several platforms at the same time. So hopefully, and that's the end of the quote there, but hopefully what I want to see is that Stadia Toolkit come in here and really make what seems to be a big undertaking a couple days maybe with this toolkit. I'm not an IT developer myself, but I'm hoping that sort of this story doesn't match up with the timing of the toolkit release. And once they get a hold of the toolkits that Stadia is going to be providing to developers, that we may be able to see Road 96 along with a lot of other games coming to studio with Stadia without such a big undertaking
Mhm.
as Road 96 is saying to us here.
Yeah, so hopefully like the toolkit is gonna make it easier for them, and maybe who knows, like Stadia might gonna go and like provide a person to help them out to just like put it on Stadia. I know they've been good like this to support a lot of the indie companies, so that'll be nice for them to like help them out. I don't know much about Road 96, what kind of game it is, but like, hey, the more game the merrier. Like if they bring a variety and Stadia is ready to provide like some help, why not, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, more games the better. Well, we look forward to hearing more from Road 96, and we'll be able to tell you more as it develops, or as at least Stadia Source lets us know. So thanks to Stadia Source again. Next, we have Heist Simulator coming to Stadia. My first impressions, it looks like this game was made on Crata, and it seems to be this basically sandbox. I want to say you can create your own sort of, I don't even know what's best to, you can create your own structure, then you can create traps and stuff, people watching, monitoring, and you have this prize and people try to get in and steal based on the level you make. It's a very interesting sort of, maybe even like a hide and seek sort of game where you have like something special and you try to hide it inside this box you create, and people got to go in and try to simulate and strategy and get in there. So I mean, it's a very interesting take on gaming. I look forward to seeing this drop on Stadia. I'm sure it looks like it could be a lot of fun. People love the stealth genre.
Mm-hmm.
So very cool that this is sort of like a community based heist game.
Yeah, it looks to me like you said, it's a top down, but like maybe there's a story mode where like you have to do ice on different bank and plan ahead and everything, and you control your character to move into like places like almost like a not a puzzle but a strategy game, but top down, where you have to move each of the person and not get caught and be able to break into the bank. And on the other portion of the creation, maybe like yeah, you can create level. So that's gonna be good for the stage share. So like you can create a level, stage share it on Stadia so people can access it and try it. So that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah,
be
cool
good that they
stuff.
adding more. They could add more feature that Stadia provide, right? So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that one will be able to do crowd play and you'll be able to
Hmm.
make the choices. Hey, you can only use your left hand. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
So moving on, we have some bad news coming out of Ubisoft. And here's what I don't want to hear. Give me the news sandwich. Give me some good news with the bad news. All I'm hearing is bad news. And for me, who is looking forward to For Honor, now to hear that it's not coming on Stadia, I mean, it's a big letdown. And their spokesperson was here. Here's their exact quote. There was a mistake, and we can confirm that For Honor sadly won't be coming to Stadia. I don't know what that mistake was. Sorry, that's the end of the quote. I don't know what that mistake was, but it sucks. I mean, you threw that little square up. You said yes to Stadia. You got me all hyped to play this sword game, and now we don't see anything.
Yeah, and they could have looked very good too. Like the graphic on that game are amazing, so could have looked very good on Stadia. So yeah, it's sad to see that it's not coming, but hopefully in the future they can revisit it.
I wish I was like, sure, tell me For Honor's not coming, but give me like 3 other games coming to Ubisoft Plus
Yeah,
like this month. I mean, they haven't added anything to Ubisoft Plus since I got Ubisoft Plus. And it's just this, it's the weakest on Stadia versus any other platform. Like any other platform, you have so much choice for it.
yeah, exactly. I think yeah, you have Foreigner available on other platforms. So if you go to your Ubisoft Plus account, you can like download it on your PC or like
Ew,
yeah. So
downloading. That's a curse word on
yeah.
this podcast here. Now we're not going to talk downloading.
Uh, yeah, so that sucks. So
Yeah, I'm not too happy about that. It's left me in a bad place. Um yeah. But so sorry, a story that I did not write here in the show notes, so I'm gonna catch Sebastian
Hmm.
off track here. Is an article I read coming from Jem on Twitter there. He was talking about the Black Flags expansion. I'm not sure if you've heard about this. This is Ubisoft centric again, but essentially Black Flag was a 2013 Assassin's Creed game where you were sort of took on the role of a pirate.
Hmm.
You had that sort of John Silver sort of Pirates of the Caribbean storyline. Now they came out with an expansion, and they have been working on this expansion since 2013 for the game. It's taken
Yeah.
on a new life of its own. It's gone through directors and publishers and developers over the past 8 years into Skull and Bones, a massive pirate MMO game still in development, but bring that game to Stadia. Tell me that that game is coming to Stadia like at the same time. I don't know. I know we got X Defiant, but I want more value for my Ubisoft Plus on Stadia.
Yeah, oh, that's a cool thing. They like created that expansion, Skull and Bones, right? Okay.
Yeah, Skull and Bones. So that was sort of like an 8-year Ubisoft DLC Assassin's Creed project that created a spin-off into a massive pirate MMO. So
Yeah, because I think like that was a big thing when the Assassin's Creed like came out and you can do the ship fight and stuff like that. I think that was quite the popular thing, and I think you saw a lot like Xbox came out with their the pirate game that they have, and you can do the same thing. So yeah, I think there's like a new type of game there in development, in development, but new type of a genre of game that's gonna be coming out. So
yeah, it'll be like naval combat MMO type of situation. But yeah, I look forward to hearing more on that. I just give me more Ubisoft on Stadia, please. Okay, moving on. Here is some more Ubisoft news. We have level scaling. So this I thought was already in Assassin's Creed, where you could set the difficulty, but I may be mistaken. But now you can set the difficulty for different areas, and you have 1 to 5 options, going up to nightmarish. So that should make it more difficult in areas. But I swear you were able to already set the difficulty. I'm not sure.
is it for the overall difficulty at the beginning, right?
Right. The overall difficulty. I guess
Where
this may
this,
be.
I think, yeah, this is gonna be like area specific, so you can like, if you found it's too easy, I guess you can increase the difficulty for different area. So I
Hmm.
don't know. Hmm,
Yeah, I
interesting.
guess maybe worth it to log in and check it out. No, I'm sort of like midway through the beginning. I think I'm on like chapter 5 or something. But I mean, that game was really fun, Valhalla, and
Mhm.
I'd love to jump back in, maybe throw up a stream. I know you did a stream as well when you
Yeah,
started the game.
the first part of my stream was terrible. The second part is a little bit better, just the quality. But yeah, I didn't play much though either. Like I just play around the beginning. I think I went and raid an island, and then that's pretty much it. I'm just like following on the story where you got the hidden blade, and then yeah, I'm trying to remember where I'm at now. I haven't like played for very much because like every time I'm able to play, I will play like Destiny 2 or Moonlighter. But I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna go back into it and play more of Vala. So
Well,
yeah.
you gotta get through Moonlighter so we can talk about the 5th dungeon.
Yeah,
So
I just want to. I'm dedicated to finish it. So.
yeah, and if you finish it, maybe I'll get in there and finish it because I won't spoil it. But yeah,
Yeah.
hurry up.
Okay, sounds good.
So the next story we got coming up here, we have sorry here. We have bridge mode. So it looks like using your phone as a controller on Android TV is coming soon. So just being able to grab your touch phone screen. Boom, you're playing Stadia. Perfect for games like Uno. I mean, that Family Feud would be super easy with a phone. There's a lot of games that lend themselves to bridge mode, I think, and it'll be good to see, and it'll bring access to so many people as well. You'll be able to have these big party games.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. The fact that we are out of the well, not in lockdown anymore due to COVID. Now, like we can get like people over, uh, like do some party, just play some game. Probably worth it now to buy was it like not but like the other one, Family Feud. So you can bring a couple of people, they all have a cell phone, they can all jump on the game or any other little game like that, Outcaster or anything that's like pretty good. So um I'm excited for that because also the other thing is that you can be able to plug in another controller to it so you can play on Chromecast, right? So yeah, that's awesome. That's a good thing coming out. Hopefully, it's gonna be out very soon. It's like it's gonna come out on 3.24 version. So I don't know where we at with that on the Play Store.
Yeah, I'd never really see. I play a lot on Chromecast myself, so I never really see the version number. Um, I don't know if it shows it there.
It should show like when you look at the app. Let's try to look there very quickly.
Oh, when you look at the app.
Yeah, if you look up at
Oh,
the
version.
yeah.
Um, I don't know. It says I don't think my version's right. What do you know what version you're on?
That's what I'm looking. Oh, there we go. 3.22 point numbers, a lot of numbers. So
Okay, we're almost there.
yeah, so I think there should be another update coming out soon, and then they're gonna jump on the 3.24. So I think the next update is gonna be the voice chat on your phone because you can't do that right now.
Right. Yeah, that sucks.
Well, we'll see. It should come up soon.
Cool, cool. So look forward to that. Hopefully we get the update, and of course we'll let you know as soon as it becomes live. Um, Another cool feature, Stadia has told YouTube creators that they can apply for a crowd play beta feature. So I assume this will make it easier to use the crowd play features on your YouTube. Yeah, look forward to seeing if Stadia Party Chat podcast got accepted, and I'll be able to tell people what it is, how it works. And I heard a possible rumor on Twitter that people who get accepted for this get the Olympics game for free. So I will be streaming Olympics, or Sebastian will be streaming Olympics if we can
Yeah,
get this feature included in Stadia Party Chat podcast. So
definitely.
if you're a YouTube creator, be sure to check that out. It's on 9 to 5 Google, and I can post a link on the video as well, so people can apply and get involved.
Yeah, definitely gonna sign up for that. Who knows, right? It's gonna be good.
Now, this is a story, the next one coming up, that I don't necessarily use, but I know that you use. Now, they're talking about a Stadia Plus expansion, but as we were talking before the show, that one actually hasn't been updated since January 29th. And you were talking about another Stadia plugin that you use. Am I correct there?
Yeah, so the one I'm using, it's Stadia Enhance on the Chrome browser. It's just an extension you can get within like Chrome like a store. Very easy to use. It's been updated lately too, so it get updated quite often. It's currently at 1.15.3. And yeah, the difference is that it's adding like some extra from the basic, I think. So you're gonna have like a drop down right beside your home store and pro. I don't know pro, it's like on the normal, but like you can see all the pro game available. You can click on the drop down. You can just choose like I want to see what's on sale, the pro deal, Ubisoft Plus or all game. There's also like add like you can do a speed test. You can add like your some detail for your stream, change a little bit your interface so you can see the clock when you open up your menu. You can the way you want to receive the message. You can also add like what is it like some sort of information on the side, just saying like the your internet speed, your latency and stuff like that. So like it has some very good feature. I like to use it just because of that. But Stadia Plus, I used it previously. It's quite similar, but like because it hasn't updated like for so long, that's the one I've been using now. So
Cool.
yeah.
Well, good to know. So people out there looking or who play on browser, check out this extension, and hopefully it works well for you.
Yeah.
Now, our final story of the day, and this is along the lines of Sebastian can see into the future. We have an article here that says, why doesn't Netflix just hook up with Stadia? And I have it dated on the last podcast episode that you were saying, why doesn't Netflix just join up with Stadia? I mean, huge
Exactly.
audience, great game category and technology. Just bring them together and you're going to get over 200 million people playing Stadia.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I'm sure that won't be the direct crossover, but it's a huge potential here, and anybody who's curious about this, I think we'll be keeping our tabs on whether or not Netflix does end up creating a partnership with Stadia.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. I mentioned that last week, and then there's like something, an article coming out. I think there's more people thinking the same way as we do. I think that will be just perfect for Stadia. They partner with Netflix. That's a big thing. So if Netflix want to move on into making more game, make it cloud service. Hell, like Stadia is already available there. So who knows, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I look forward to it. I mean, I really hope that the two combined and we see that coming out. So
Yeah, that would be like a good. That would be something good for Stadia or even for Google to have like a better stand into video games. So there's
yeah.
still a lot of people that think that Stadia is not gonna last, and like people are leaving the platform. And it's funny because I always notice there's more and more people. So I found there's like an increased amount of people start playing on like cloud gaming. Don't get me wrong, there's still like GeForce Now available, Luna. I think it's still on the beta or something like that. So I think Stadia is way ahead in there in that area. So it has its own platform where I found GeForce Now. It's using um, you just remotely accessing a PC to play the game, if that makes sense. Where Stadia has like it's a server you're accessing. I don't know if there's a big difference there, but I found it's different for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't even think Luna's even available in Canada up where we are.
Yeah, I think it's only available in the States. I'm not exactly sure, but I
Yeah.
know it's still in the beta phase. It still hasn't really fully released. It's starting having more game. The thing is with Luna, they have their own studio, so they're coming out with this MMORPG called New World. It's been in the work for the past like few years, so there's some hype for it. There's a mixed review about it. Some people are excited to see it coming. Some are not. But yeah, it's only. I'm guessing it's only gonna come out on Luna, or if they do that, it might gonna hurt them. I think it should be a cross-platform. Who
Yeah,
knows?
and
Maybe
it
it's gonna
looks
come
like
out on
a
all cloud gaming. So
competition with Elder Scrolls, to be honest. Like they look very
yeah,
similar.
it's similar to a ESO. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much this.
Yeah, that's all we have for the news today. Don't forget to hit subscribe and like the video. Hit that notification bells for alert when our podcast hits the air. Leave us a comment and tell us about your Stadia and your gaming life. You can find Stadia Party Chat Podcast, the audio version of our podcast, on Anchor, Spotify, Pocket Cast, Google Podcasts, and most places you find your audio podcasts. Shout out to our new sponsors, Stadia Community Blog. Thank you for your weekly updates. Stadia Source, com. Thank you for your daily updates on Stadia news, and as well as 9 to 5 Google, always giving us some good information on the tech side of Stadia. So that's the news for this week, and we thank you for tuning in and hearing our thoughts on the Stadia news and rumors. Look forward to sharing more in the future. As always, I'm Ricardo, giving you my perspective on the cloud with my co-host Sebastian.
Yes, thank you for watching, and then keep in touch with our videos on YouTube. We got like Ricardo's posting some how to do in Destiny, and like we try the new games on Stadia. So have a good one.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in, and take care.